we're seeing some rain already showing up in areas to the east of us and to the north and west of us. A little bit of shower action just across the Toledo Bend country into Sabine Parish, part of that 30% that I had up in that particular area. A little bit more dense coverage in areas to the north of us down here for the metro. Well, not a drop as of yet. Satellite and radar shows the next weather system, the next weather maker, and it's going to make some weather, I'm afraid, up to the northwest of us in the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. We see a little bit of twist there around the Denver area, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, the Four Corners area. That's with the upper level piece of energy that is forcing the issue out ahead of it. We have a lead shortwave, as we call it, moving into East Texas now, producing some of those showers that you just saw on weather radar. Severe outlook then, this is all part of the mix, and I'm afraid it seems to be getting a little worse than we earlier expected. We had a question mark about the instability. I think that is going to be solved as we see over 1,000 units of energy available. This time of year, that is adequate for severe weather. We've got deep layer shear. That is another major ingredient that we need for severe weather. And of course, a trigger. If the gun is loaded, but the trigger's not pulled, well, nothing happens. But the potential is there. So with that, the trigger will be the front at the surface and an upper level piece of energy that will shake things loose for us in the coming days. So fuel for storms as we get toward noon. Notice that there will be a big increase in that coming in from the southwest. So southwesterly breezes, and it will be a breezy day, bringing that instability. That again, that's fuel for the updraft in the thunderstorm. That's where the storm draws its energy from, is the updraft, and that's a critical factor. If you don't have enough of that, you can't build a strong or severe storm. The other thing is you can see that the dry air and the instability, the fuel gets wiped out later Monday night and Tuesday morning. And then during the day Tuesday, well, it's a stable day. May see some clouds lingering, but the severe weather threat and any threat of rain will be over with as well. Now, the other thing is the updraft rotation. We can see that moving through the area. Again, this is the updraft. This can cause tornadoes, and it can cause damaging wind. It's associated with what we call a supercell thunderstorm, which the main mechanism there is that rotating updraft, again, that is associated with severe weather like hail, tornadoes, and heavy rainfall. The storm rotation updraft, like the fuel, disappears by Tuesday morning and Tuesday during the day as that energy, that forcing from aloft gets by. Now let's take a detailed look at what kind of storms that this will build. This is the forecast there for Monday at 5 p.m. Notice that we got some hit and miss action out ahead of a potentially developing line of storms from northwest to Winfield and Natchez into Sabine Parish and then into deep East Texas. Now we are concerned about those storms ahead of that. Those can become supercells, and from the signatures that I'm seeing there, there is a little bit of rotation even noted on the models there, and then that system continues to move through during the afternoon and evening on Monday. By Tuesday p.m., we're just seeing some clouds left over behind that as things stabilize. So to sum it up, overall now we've moved up the category in our risk. Remember, we were carrying a what we call a limited risk for severe weather. That's the overall bar. Now it's in a significant risk. The flooding, that has remained unchanged. Wind has risen into the significant area as well. Hail still in the limited area, but it is a little bit higher than it was yesterday. So I believe the hail threat is increasing just a bit. And in summary, all the threats are increasing. Overall, wind, hail, and tornado threat has increased as well. So again, we will keep you informed about that. Now, laying it out city by city, the coverage 100%. I think everybody sees some rain sometime during the AM or PM hours on Monday. That's the pattern. Typically, we see about 0.15 of an inch on a normal November 20th. I think we'll see more than that. Most amounts will be less than an inch, so that's not an overly large amount for this area. Now, the record rainfall well over 3 inches, approaching 4 inches. I don't see that much potential. I do think some rain gauges may be capable of picking up a 2-inch rain out of this. So again, most amounts less than an inch, 2 inches possible. Everybody gets wet somewhere along the way with this, and that 2 inches, 1 to 2 inches, could fall very quickly and could lead to some minor drainage issues in some locations, some of those susceptible areas. 7-day forecast then Monday, a warm day, 77. That again is part of that fuel for the storms. Everybody gets wet. The severe risk front comes through Monday night. And then Tuesday, we see some clouds lingering, limiting rain chances to the morning hours, early morning hours. Wednesday, hump day, the day before Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Eve, a cool day. And then Thanksgiving itself, I'm afraid that a leftover piece of energy from Monday's system is going to be hanging back in northern Mexico and Texas and maybe even the Western Gulf. And that's going to kind of work its way northeastward during the day, during the night Wednesday, and during the day Thursday for Thanksgiving. And by Thanksgiving Day, that piece of energy will be over us. It will cloud us up back then again, and we will see another rain chance develop. Right now, I'm going to go 50-50. That might be a little high, but we have a humid climate, and so err on the way of higher rain chances if I'm given a choice. 40 and 55, so it'll be a cool, crisp Thanksgiving Day. Kind of a good day maybe to stay indoors and eat. 42 and 62 for Friday. That's shopping Friday, so a little crisp there. Might need a little light jacket that day. Otherwise, we see a second front kind of come in Friday night, and that will just keep any big warm up out of the forecast for Saturday and Sunday, holding temperatures pretty steadily there. But I did have to throw in some pesky rain chances, 10-20% on those days. Well, I'm done here with the forecast, but I do want to say that Nick Mickles and I will be together tomorrow, Monday, to track the severe weather into central Louisiana and keep you informed. We'll be over at the hub at his house, and we'll be doing our thing. And so we hope it doesn't get too bad. Keep everything in your prayers, and we'll see you tomorrow.